it's Renee. So I have here different colors of polymer clay. I use the brand Sculpey. And I have my Sculpey machine, which is kind of a pasta machine basically. But if you don't have that, rolling it with your own roller. Try to use a different roller, not the one that you bake with. I'm going to be using 3 light colors on this side, 3 on this side. I'm just going to start rolling until you have something like this, which is kind of thick but not too much. And you're just going to go, just measure if it's enough, going all the way around like this. This is enough. This is my test or my preview to see how thick or thin I need them and how long sort of I need them. And I'm just going to roll all of these ones. Kind of itchy in there while you're doing these things anyways. And the first one is like this and the second one is this, and you kind of want to go a bit larger in the second one because it's going to be on top. And the third one is probably longer than this one. I have all my sausages or my snakes are of clay. And I'm just going to roll them using my clay conditioner machine, and I'm using the setting number 1. This is the thickness that I have in all of them. Okay, my purple one is going to be on the bottom in there. Go around, and then where they meet, I'm just going to cut. Here, I'm going to put them together like that. So this is what I have. While you're doing it, try to not put this touching the surface. So try to put something in there on the bottom so you can lay this flat in there so it won't damage the shape. And I'm going to go on the top again. This is where my 2 purples meet, and I'm going to cover this with that. Go around, cut just until this 2 meet. Okay, like that. For the next color is going to be the same. This is where this to meet. I'm going to put this on the top of there, like covering the area, and then try to go around, cut like that, like that, and try to make them gather without going too far. You don't want to just change the shape of it. And then when you want to remove it, you just go ahead and do this really slow, and this is what you have right now. If you want, you can always go ahead and add glue like TLS around that. I don't really know what I said in TLS, so I don't want to risk my baking, so I just won't do it. I think it holds its own shape pretty well at this point, so I'm not going to go any farther than that. This is just plastic basically. For the other side, try to gather them together. Where is the gathering part? Here it is. You can always work your clay more to just kind of avoid this kind of edges. It's all good. I'm going to put this on the top part, the last one here. Just try to cover that where they to meet. My clay was way too dry before I was, I started working with this one. It's been a long time since I don't touch the other colors besides my white and my vanilla, which are the colors that I tend to use more often. So it was kind of a challenge for me yesterday when I was thinking about the idea and just trying to make them look a bit smoother. Okay, so this is how thick your cookies are going to end up. Okay, here it starts, here it ends in this line. Okay, in centimeters it's like this, almost 1 we could say. But if you want your cookies, say, to be thicker, you're going to have to grab another stripe. This is what the thickness is going to look like. 1/2 inch, easy, and 1 centimeter, sort of, past. This is a hell of a thick cookie for me, and that is going to tell you how many of these ones you need to grab. For me, with 3 it's fine. It's kind of a personal preference in there. So these guys are ready. They were baking for 20 minutes exactly, and then I let them cool and they are completely ready for me to use them. I made 2 because most likely I'm going to just lose one of them. I'm going to put this in here just like that. Okay, easy. And it's pretty much the same on the other side. I'm not going to glue this because I don't want to add any toxic to it. and because I want to be able to remove these things whenever I need my roller as it is. If you feel skeptical about using polymer clay with something you're going to be baking, you can do two things. You can have a visual mark or a mental mark somewhere in here, and just try to avoid going out of that line. And you can, let's say this is your cookie dough. When you're rolling, try to avoid to expand your cookie dough too much to this part, to avoid your cookie dough touching your clay. So just that's tip number one. Another thing you can do is always grab a piece of wrapping paper, which is a translucent paper. Let's imagine this is a wrapping paper. You're going to just go around, go really tight as you can, and you're going to just wrap it around your thing in there. As I said, you're going to make it better and you're going to make it tighter, so it's going to be nice and tight, and you then are going to put it in there just in case your cookie dough touches this. It will be touching your wrapping paper. So that's pretty much it. If you like this idea and you want to give it a try, don't forget to let me know. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe and comment if you have any questions, and take care. I'll talk to you later. Bye guys.